SMGs are mostly known for its close quarters situations. With its fast fire rate and low range, it is a very useful gun up close. So why not put that to the test? Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Cloud, also known as the guy that spends way too much time making these Back 4 Blood videos, and today I'm going to see if I can be a Back 4 Blood only using SMGs. Now let's set some ground rules. I can only use these guns you can see on screen, and I'm also allowed to use the Tech 9. Even though it is on the pistol category, it is technically an SMG. Even Google says it's an SMG, so yes, I'm using it. I am allowed to use my AIs, and I can't use any third-balls other than the T5 grenades that appear on Mission 9 Act 3. Also, I'm not allowed to use my knife, even though in Mission 5 Act 1, you do see me use my knife, and I try my best to not use it as much as possible. Also, I'm not allowed to mod the game in any way possible. If there's such thing as modding in this game, I'm not 100% sure yet. Also, I never actually mentioned the deck I actually use for these challenges, so I'm going to go through them briefly quickly. I'm using cross trainers for a 20% stamina increase and a 5% health, energy drink for a 50% stamina increase, shooting gloves for a 50% recoil control and a 50% accuracy, motorcycle jacket for a 5% damage resistance and 5% health, large caliber rounds for a 7.5% bullet damage and a 200% bullet penetration, combat knife so I can break down doors quicker, silver bullets for a 10% bullet damage and a 50% efficient bullet range, vitamins for a 25% more health, durable for a 50% trauma resistance, 10% health and 20% resistance to fire, second chance for a 1 extra life and a 15% more health, utility belt so I can have 2 quick slots inventory, basically meaning I can have 2 more toolkits. Ridden Slayer for a 20% weak spot damage increase. Sluggler mainly for the 5% health increase. Combat Training mainly for the 5% bullet damage. And last but not least, Front Sight Focus for a 20% accuracy, 10% weak spot damage, 50% aim speed, and a 50% recoil control. And that is the deck that I use for all of these challenges. I'm boring you enough, well, fair enough. So let's get into it. I'm playing on Nightmare difficulty as I feel that'll be perfect for the challenge I'm doing. And of course I'm playing as Walker. I started off by picking up an Uzi, then buying some upgrades, and then dropping my pistol and my grenades. And then we left. But later in the mission we found a UMP which is slightly better. And with the SMG's fast fire rate it can kill Riddens very quickly. I was tempted to pick up the MP5 but the UMP is slightly better. There's not really a whole lot to say about this mission. I mean, it is the first mission after all, so we quickly went to the safe room to complete Mission 1, Act 1. On to the next mission, I bought some upgrades and then we quickly left. And because this is the second mission, of course the AUG spawns in. And because SMGs are meant to be for close range, we did not really do that well. Then a few seconds later, all my AIs went down, and then I got cornered by the AUG, meaning I couldn't escape. And of course I died, meaning we failed 2 missions in. So we restarted, and this time I got more copper, meaning I'm buying more better upgrades. And even though Eve went down, the AUG had half of his health left. And during the mission, we found a better UMP. And we got to the tunnel where the AUG spawns back in it, and I was kind of cheesing him because I was shooting him and he couldn't do anything about it. But seconds later, Holly and Mum went down, meaning it was me and Eve, and we managed to kill the AUG just in time. So we quickly run to the safe room to complete Mission 2, Act 1. On to the next mission, I bought some upgrades and then we quickly left. And surprisingly, the AUG does not spawn here again, and I feel like I'm just getting really lucky now at this point. But of course, the hag spawns in, we killed it very quickly, and it was a joke. After we killed the hag, we quickly run up to turn on the gravel filter. And because this horde lasts forever, I was stuck in this little bonus room for like at least 5 minutes, but we managed to get out and jump over the gravel. And with 2 bullets in my name and little to no health, we quickly run into the safe room to complete Mission 3, Act 1. On to the next mission, I bought some upgrades and healed all my AIs and then we quickly left. Then we quickly crossed the bridge and head over to the ferry. And then we quickly made it to the convoy. And as I was editing, I paused on a frame and I saw these Riddens with T-posing. I mean, that's definitely a first. Anyways, I quickly planted the C4. And then we quickly made it back to the convoy to complete Mission 4, Act 1. On to the next mission, I bought some upgrades and then we quickly left. Now, I need to be very careful as I only have 60 HP and because I'm on Nightmare difficulty, I can die very easily. And I only have 1 life remaining before I fail the entire mission. But anyways, after killing all the Riddens at the petrol station, the breaker spawns in. And surprisingly, we were killing the breaker very quickly. Anyways, we quickly made it to the liquor store. Now right here, I got absolutely bummed. Like, what am I supposed to do in that scenario? And like, 5 seconds later, I went down a second time. But anyways, we made it inside and we saved all the survivors. And after saving the last one, we quickly run to the safe room to complete Mission 5, Act 1. On to the next mission, I bought some upgrades and we quickly left. And after building the last window, We quickly left the library, and then we quickly run to the apartments to save all the survivors inside. At this point, I'm getting very used to these maps, as the sleeper just jumped out and I instantly killed it. But anyways, we found the survivors. But we quickly run into the safe room to complete Mission 6, Act 1. On to my favourite mission now. We got some upgrades and then we quickly left. And then we quickly made it into the inn. At this point, I'm just pissing off Americans. I am sorry, please forgive me. Anyways, we were quickly supplying up, and then we turned on the jukebox to rock out. And to be fair, this mission was going very quickly. I mean, the SMG just killed the Riddens very quickly and easily. I didn't have to worry about anything. But as soon as all the buses left, we quickly made it to the Humvee to complete Mission 7, Act 1. On to the next mission, I bought some upgrades and then we quickly left. And I'm not even joking when I say this, but as soon as I left, I probably set off the horde about twice in the space of 8 seconds. And I probably set off the horde another 7 times, and I haven't even got to the shop yet. But anyways, with a little help with the game, we found the supplies very quickly. And then we quickly made it to the safe room to complete Mission 8, Act 1. And the fact is, I killed over 200 Ridgens is stupid in this mission. I normally kill about at least 80, not even 50. Anyways, on to the next mission now. I bought some upgrades and we quickly left. And just like last time, I had to drop the supply box if I want to kill any Riddens. Anyways, we quickly turned on the gates. And I went to this car garage place, whatever, and I found a Tech 9, which I swear to God appeared in Mission 2, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, I never picked it up. But anyways, we quickly delivered the supplies at the diner. And now with the Tech 9, because of its high fire rate, we should be able to do this mission first try. But anyways, we quickly supplied up. And then we quickly turned on the generator to start the onslaught. And it was not looking well for us. The fact is that I have no more heals left and all my AIs are very low and so am I, and the breaker spawns in as well. And even though I went down, by some miracle we actually completed the mission without failing. And the fact is that I failed Mission 2 and not this mission first is just stupid. Anyway, Mission 9 Act 1 completed. On to the next mission, I bought some upgrades and we quickly left. And I need to be very careful as I don't really have a lot of health left and I need to save it for the last mission. But anyways, we made it to the farm, and then we destroyed the first nest. And just like last time, because I'm playing on Nightmare difficulty, I have to just break 4 nests, not the original 3. Anyways, we destroyed the last nest to drop down the trailer, and then we went across the trailer. And then we quickly run to the safe room to complete Mission 10, Act 1. On to the next mission, I bought some upgrades, then we quickly left. And then we quickly run to start up the tow truck. And I swear to God, every single time we start these hordes, we just lose so much health. It's just stupid and ridiculous at this point. Also, another bad thing about this SMG, I always feel like I'm running out of ammo. Like, I barely have none in this part. During the mission, I bought Hyper Focus. It would be very useful against smashers. I mean, the 50% damage increase against weak spots would not lying, as we were destroying this hag's health. Anyways, we quickly made it to the church. And then we got inside where I have to board up all these windows. And after boarding up the last window, we completed Mission 11, Act 1. On to the next mission, I bought a brand new UMP which is better than my original, and I dropped all my attachments from my old one and I put them on the new one. And then we saved the majority of the copper and then we quickly left. During the mission, I bought cold brew coffee which will be extremely useful. And surprisingly, I haven't really experienced any breakers or org spawning in for a long time, and I'm very shocked. I mean, I guess the game's on my favour for once. Anyways, we quickly went into the house where we have to destroy all the nests inside. And then we quickly destroyed the last nest. And then we quickly ran outside to turn on the tow truck. Anyways, after the tow truck was done, we quickly run into the house. And then we quickly run into the mines. And after a little while, we quickly run into the safe room to complete Mission 12, Act 1. On to the next mission, I bought some upgrades and I mainly spent all my copper on healing up all my health for this mission. And then we quickly left. And just like last time, I put all the ammo right next to the cannon. And then I fired the first shot. And after firing it for the 3rd time, the org spawns in. And before the org comes in too close, we fired the last shot to complete Act 1. On to Act 2 now, I quickly pick up the nearby SMG, bought some upgrades, then dropped my pistol and grenades. And then we left. Then after a short while, we quickly made it inside the parking lot. And unfortunately, this place did not have one of these safe rooms, so we have to destroy all the nests instead. And during the mission, I found a UMP which I picked up instead of my Uzi. Then after a short while, we destroyed the last nest. And after finding some attachments, we quickly left the parking lot. And then we quickly made it to this church or building or school or whatever it is. Then we made it into the safe rooms to complete Mission 1, Act 2. On to the next mission, I bought some upgrades, then we quickly left. And after setting off the horde about 20 different times, we quickly made it inside the police station. And destroyed our first nest. This mission made me quite annoyed because I'm not even joking when I say this, I probably set off the horde about 10 different times. But anyways, we destroyed the last nest to retrieve Bob's arm. And just like last time, I can't use this as this counts as a melee weapon. But we quickly scans Bob's arm to get into the safe room to complete Mission 2, Act 2. On to the next mission, I bought some upgrades and then we quickly left. And I need to be careful on this mission as this mission has these thorns and I could easily lose a lot of health in them. But anyways, we turned on the overfill gate. And then we waited to turn it back on again. Then we got inside the car park. And then we found our way out in the car park. During the mission, I bought Pumped Up, which will be very useful for us. And then I turned on the gate. And with my amazing parkour skills, we quickly made it inside the safe room to complete Mission 3, Act 2. On to my least favourite mission now. I quickly dropped all my attachments for my UMP because I found a better UMP in the shop. Then I quickly bought some upgrades and then we left. And I was minding my own business and of course the breaker comes out of nowhere. And we were actually struggling as we got the breaker down to this place and we couldn't get out, but we managed to kill it either way. And this is why I hate this mission so much, because I was just walking and I set the birds off somehow. I don't know how. I swear in that location and that location only, they put so many birds, it's just stupid. But at least I'm allowed to heal all my health up again. After a little while, we made it to this factory place. In the factory, we found the Tech 9, which would be very useful. Then after a little while, we destroyed the last nest. And then we made it to the safe room to complete Mission 4, Act 2. On to the next mission, I bought some upgrades and then we quickly left. And again, I need to be very careful as I only have 60 HP this mission thanks to a corruption card. And surprisingly, I don't know how, but for once we actually have all the clips. In Act 1 we have all the clips, in Act 2 I have all the clips. Maybe today is my day. Well, maybe not because the hag spawns in. But anyways, we lowered the bridge with the toolkit so we won't start off the horde. And then we untied the boat. And then we crossed the boat. Then the hag came back and I somehow survived on 1 HP. But we made it to the home parks. And I've never seen this before, but I found 2 bonus rooms in one mission. I've never seen this before. But anyways, we quickly went to the safe room to complete Mission 5, Act 2. On to the next mission, I bought some upgrades and then we quickly left. And a hag spawns in, and I don't know how, but we were destroying this hag's health really quickly. But anyways, after a little short while, we quickly made it to the clog. Then we went to the safe room to complete Mission 6, Act 2, a very quick and easy one. On to the next mission, I bought some upgrades, then we quickly left. And then we quickly recovered the first cargo. And after the second one, the breaker spawns in. And we killed the breaker very quickly, and it was a joke. And then we recovered the last cargo to complete Mission 7, Act 2. On to my absolute favourite mission, we got some upgrades, then we left. And then we start firing the orc. And because I'm using the SMG, the health was barely going down. And I used my old tactic where I just bring the orc back up to Fort Hope. And it was actually going really well, but Holly and Jim went down. Then shortly after I went down and Carly went down and we failed the mission. So thank you game for giving me a counter that uses a sniper rifle and a shotgun, you absolute bender. Anyways, this time we got some even more upgrades. And this time we're doing very, very well, but unfortunately Jim went down and I don't have any bullets left. So thanks to my AIs that had to give me no bullets. And after what felt like years, they actually managed to kill the orc. And we saved Jim. And for some reason, there was so many villains. I went down and then Carly went down, meaning we failed the run. At this point, I was absolutely annoyed, but at least I don't have to go all the way back and start from mission 1. And this time, they actually gave me better AIs. But anyways, we managed to kill the orc. And I will admit, the Uzi has a very fast fire rate. Faster than I expected, actually. And we made it to the safe room to complete Mission 8, Act 12. Thank God. On to the next mission, I bought some upgrades and we left the library. And this time we have to kill another orc. For fuck! But with the help of the explosive barrels, we killed the orc very quickly actually. And after killing it, of course the break has to come along. Which we killed very quickly. And then we went to the safe room to complete Mission 9, Act 2. On to the last mission of Act 2 now. I got some upgrades and then we left. And then we killed our first snitch. After killing the second to last one, we went back to the church to quickly heal up. And then we killed the last snitch to summon in the 2 breakers. And we was absolutely destroying the first breaker. And then seconds later, we destroyed the breaker. Unfortunately, there were too many villains for us to handle, and then I went down, and then sooner or later Holly went down, and we failed the mission. At this point, I was quite nervous, as I don't really want to play Mission 8 again. So this time, I got some even better upgrades, and I healed all my AIs. This time I was focusing on the breaker and killing any nearby tall boys or smashers that spawn in. And even with Eve and Hoffman down, we killed the last breaker to complete Act 2. On to Act 3 now, I quickly pick up the nearby Uzi. Then I bought some upgrades and attachments. Then I dropped my pistol and grenades. And then we left. And after a short while we made it to the farm. And then we went through the corn farm. While in the corn farm, I tried best not to set off any snitches or any birds. Because funny enough, I do not want to start the horde. Then after a short while we made it out. And during the mission, I picked up another Uzi, which is better than my other one. And then we made it inside the house. Then we quickly jumped over the fence, trying best not to set off the birds right next to it. Then we quickly went into the safe room to complete Mission 1, Act 3. On to the next mission, I bought some upgrades, then we left. And the game was being so nice to me, and it spawned in the best ridden in the entire game, the Orc. So not only the Orc lowered my health by a lot, I now got to face him later on in the mission. But anyways, we made it for the forest fire where the Orc spawns back in once again. And even though I went down, we managed to kill the Orc either way. Then after a while, we made it to the pool, where we have to destroy all the nests inside. Then after a short while, we destroyed the last nest. And I actually regret picking up the 2x scope for this gun because I can't see absolutely nothing. But anyways, we made it to the safe room to complete Mission 2, Act 3. On to the next mission, I bought some upgrades and we quickly left. And then we got onto the ferry. I still can't believe this is called the ferry. And then we slowly went across the water and then we jumped off. And then we went to the cabins to find a car battery. And surprisingly, I found it instantly in this first house. So I picked up the battery and used it to open the gate. And then I quickly went to the safe room to complete Mission 3, Act 3. On to the next mission, I bought some upgrades and then we quickly left. And during the mission, we found a better Tech 9. And then seconds later, the breaker spawns in, which we killed relatively quickly. I think while doing these challenges, I feel like that the breakers are more easy to kill than the orgs now. I just don't know why. Back before, I used to absolutely hate the breakers, and now I just don't mind them. But anyways, we quickly went inside the greenhouse where we have to destroy all the nests. And then we quickly destroyed the last nest. And then we went inside the maze, which I was stuck for a very long time. You would think by doing these challenges over and over again, I would get used to this maze part, but funny enough, no. But what felt like an eternity, we finally made it out of the maze. Then I quickly gathered up some spare copper that I could find. And then I quickly went into the safe room to complete Mission 4, Act 3. On to the mission I was dreading the most for. I bought some upgrades and quickly healed up and then we left. And then I met with Roger, who showed us his rip-off fireworks show.
Yes, it's reacting far better.
And because Roger was an absolute bender, he set off the horde and then we have to go inside of his house to pick up all the supplies. During the mission, I found a UMP which also has a 2x scope. Thanks, game. This time I had a brand new idea by actually shooting the org upstairs so he wouldn't be able to hit us or get us. So while I focused on the org, my AIs could focus behind me and kill all the riddens. And surprisingly, this actually worked as the org was actually going away. So I will absolutely definitely use this for future challenges. Even though Doc went down, I quickly grabbed the last supply and put it in the truck to complete Mission 5, Act 3. On to the next mission, I bought some upgrades and we quickly left. And then we made it inside the crematorium, if that's how you even say it, I don't even know anymore. And we managed to find the keycard very quickly. I guess luck is actually on my side for once. So we opened the door and turned off all the furnaces inside. And shortly after, we made it outside the church. And then we made it to the school. And I don't know why, but there's about at least 20 of these sleeper thingies on the wall, and it actually really annoyed me. But anyways, we quickly made it to the safe room to complete Mission 6, Act 3. On to the next mission, I bought some upgrades, then we quickly left. And then we made it inside the school where we destroyed all the nests inside. Then after a short while, we destroyed the last nest. And then we made it inside the gym where we had to start up the generator. And after the first wave was done, we quickly picked up the new battery. We put it inside the generator and it spawns in a org. And after a short while, we managed to kill the org. And then we left the gym. And then we quickly went to the school bus to complete Mission 7, Act 3. On to the next mission. For some reason, my Wi-Fi went out and had to replay the entirety of Mission 7, Act 3. But anyways, we bought some upgrades, then we quickly left. And then we made it into the CDR. And because my AIs were acting like absolute muppets, they started the hag and now Eve's gone. Then we made it inside the research sector, saved Eve, and now we're going to find all the chemicals. Then after a short while, we managed to get the last chemical. And now we have to open up all the gates to get inside the safe room. Then we opened up the last gate and we quickly went into the safe room to complete Mission 8, Act 3. On to the last mission of Act 3 now. I quickly held up and... How did you get in? Anyways, we left. And we killed the org very, very quickly. Yeah, I'm getting my revenge back. And now we have to destroy all these nests. And I'm not even joking when I say this. I actually had a power cut during the mission and I lost all my clips. So I actually got to replay this entire mission again. And to be honest, I'm actually glad I had a power cut because we're actually doing better than I did last time. Because these random riddens or humans with bow and arrows keep shooting at me and it's absolutely annoying. I don't have the clip, but basically we killed the org and I was really low. So Act 3 completed. Now I'm on the final mission. Picked up a Tech 9 and a UMP. Then I bought some amazing upgrades. And then I left. And surprisingly, the UMP was absolutely melting the Abomination's tentacles. And even though my AIs went down 100 different bloody times, we managed to destroy the last tentacle. And we went down to the second area, and we now have to destroy the Abomination's ulcers. And oh my god. Now that's a lot of damage! Now we managed to destroy the last ulcer, and we got through. Now if this doesn't show that UMP is actually broken, I don't know what is, because bloody hell. That must be the fastest time I ever broke one of his weak spots. Now with all my AIs down and confidence on my side for once, we managed to kill the Abomination. So the answer is yes, you can be back for blood, only use the SMGs. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe, it helps out a ton, and I'll see you all later.